We would be honored if you would join us.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Julia, we're home.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Force Talk, where we cover everything Star Wars. This is just a show basically where me and Josh just talk about Star Wars movies, movie news, some TV shows, some comics, video games, everything in the world of Star Wars, and kind of just break them down into what we think about it. So, my name is Trey Mitchell, and I'm joined here by my co-host Josh Pepper. Josh, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Not much, dude. So now we're just gonna get into the news. So the very first piece of news is that Oscar Isaac, who played Poe Dameron, says that Episode 8, quote, feels like an indie film. So he was speaking about the movie, and he said, I would agree with Lawrence Kasdan, said Isaac. Ryan is definitely going to places and investigating things that we haven't really done in the Star Wars universe before. For me, it's so fun getting to explore different things that I wouldn't have expected in this universe. In some ways, it feels like we're making an independent film, added the actor who has starred in critically acclaimed indies such as Ex Machina, A Most Violent Year, and Inside Llewyn Davis. Certain things we get to play with, this kind of intimacy that we get to find, it's special, it's been really fun, said Isaac. So Josh, you hear that Episode 8 is sort of like an indie film. Does this raise your expectations or lower them?
It doesn't really do anything. Kind of, for me, what this does is, like, it just makes me wonder, like, how they're filming or how it is on set, or, like, that's what's interesting. I'm excited, and we know Rian Johnson kind of comes from an indie background, so it'll be really exciting to see this movie, and hopefully it doesn't turn out like my nightmare that I had about Episode 8 being horrible.
Yeah. I don't know, like, we know that Rian Johnson's directing, and I want to ask you about Looper later, but the fact that it said it's an indie film really intrigues me because I don't really know that we've seen an indie film in Star Wars before. And
The first one kind of is.
huh?
The first one kind of is an indie film.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But with more advanced technology, I don't know. I just think I'm really excited because I want to see different things with Star Wars, and I think Rian Johnson has a great mind for movies. Looper was great, and I just really think that an indie film, that just hearing those words really intrigues me. But because I've been saying this all along, even before I saw Episode 7, I think Episode 8 is going to be the best Star Wars movie yet. And I know that's putting a lot of pressure on them, but I just think Rian Johnson's the perfect director for it. You have an A-plus cast, you have an A-plus writer. Is John Williams coming back for Episode 8?
I'm not sure, but I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, you got John Williams too, possibly, but I just think that Episode 8 is going to be a really good movie, and I can't wait for it, but it's weird that Oscar, or it's not weird, but it's cool that Oscar Isaac said that he's getting to explore different things that I wouldn't have expected in the universe. What you hear that, Josh? What instantly comes to your mind when he's referring to things that he's never experienced? Do you have any ideas of what that could be, or?
I think what he's talking about is, like, I don't know. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably something like about the filmmaking or like how they shoot the movie, but I don't know.
I think one thing that he could be talking about is flashback sequences.
Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah.
Just
that's
because
something.
we haven't really experienced, but I don't necessarily want a flashback sequence because everyone who's going into the movie probably has already seen all the other Star Wars films, so we don't need to spend time visiting old films when they can just talk about it. But I don't know. I don't even know what else we can really talk about this because there's not much to talk about for this. But I just think it's really cool that that Oscar Isaac said that Episode 8 feels like an indie film, just because that's different than what we've gotten before. We've gotten big blockbuster movies. We've gotten the sort of indie film that was Episode 4, New Hope. We've gotten the crap in Episode 2 that was poop. But it's just cool that they're kind of doing something different. So. That being said, now we're going to talk about the Han Solo movie. So, bear with me, I'm not sure if I can say his last name right, but Alden Ehrenreich, that might be right, is close to playing Han Solo possibly. So back in February, there were reports that Alden Ehrenreich, I'll say that, as a potential frontrunner for Han Solo standalone movie, directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. And a month later, the Hollywood Reporter backed this up by adding Jack Reiner's name in the list, but now Deadline offers a new update for the story, saying, after screen tests that narrowed down the field of possible actors portraying Han Solo for the standalone movie in the Star Wars universe, Alden, I'm never going to be able to say his last name right, Ehrenreich has emerged as a front-runner for the coveted role. The casting of the character has been shrouded in secrecy, to the point of it being referred to as the Project Red Cup. Get it? Solo Cups. After screen tests, it has narrowed down to only a handful of actors, apparently, that included Taron Egerton and Jack Reiner. However, sources with knowledge of the casting say that Ehrenreich is now leading the pack, and after an impressive performance that he gave in screen testing. So, Josh, you hear that Alden, I'm just going to be calling him Alden, is probably the new lead for Han Solo. Is he who you envision Han Solo being, or like what I'm trying to ask is, are you okay with this if this was the casting?
His look, he doesn't look like Harrison Ford, but I'm not really wanting him to look like Harrison Ford. I've never seen this actor in anything. I've never watched a movie with this actor, so I have no idea. Or at least from what I could think of, I've never seen anything with him.
He was in Hail Caesar.
I didn't see Hail Caesar.
Yeah, me neither.
So I'm hoping. I mean, I trust Disney. I trust Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I trust Lucasfilm. I trust Kathleen Kennedy. So I think this is going to be the right casting if they do end up casting him. I feel like we're not going to know if he's officially cast until Star Wars Celebration, and then they'll announce him officially. But I don't know. I'm fine with it if they trust him enough, then I'm fine with it.
Yeah. But what I take away from this is that his screen test or his audition, perhaps, was the reason that he is considered the lead, and that's really encouraging. It's not like they just picked him off of looks. And a lot of people earlier were talking about who's the guy that looks exactly like Harrison Ford? The guy. Oops, Josh just left. Anthony Gruber is his name. Josh just let me know because the call dropped for a second. But a lot of people wanted Anthony Gruber to play Han Solo. And I just think that is casting based off of looks. And that's something that you never want to do, just because having an actor do his best impression of another actor is not what you want from the Han Solo movie. Even though it's the same character, you want a different take for it. So I think that if they did really feel impressed with Alden's audition, then go for it. But I still would, in a perfect world, like Taron Egerton to be Han Solo. I'm not sure. What are your thoughts on him?
I love Taron Egerton. I would love this if he was cast. I would be happy with it.
So
I wouldn't be. I like it. I like Taron Egerton a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So.
He's great. Some people even told me, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on every podcast, but some people even told me I look like him with my glasses on. So that's kind of cool because I think he's a great actor. But so Alden Ehrenreich, I'm butchering that name, is the lead runner to play young Han Solo. Who do you guys want to play Han Solo? Whether it be Alden, Frank Oz, I don't know, but wouldn't that be something? But so that's about it. Huh?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. You know, I had a dream last night, and I think they were doing something for episode 8. I just remembered this, and I remember going back and I saw a vision of Hayden Christensen as Anakin, and then for some reason, Harrison Ford played Yoda, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Imagine Harrison Ford's face on Yoda. It was just astonishing.
That's funny.
Like,
that's pretty funny.
Shot first, I did. That was a bad impression. But
yeah, well on. I don't know.
Get off my Dagobah. But so that's pretty much going to end that piece of news. And next we have Disney broke ground for new Star Wars land, in California and Florida. So, a celebration of the groundbreaking, literally, for construction of the new Star Wars lands on both coasts, Disney Parks blogs today released a 360-degree image of the construction site in Anaheim. The view comes completely with some comically inspired support from AT-ATs, droids, and a number of other visitors from the galaxy far, far away. So check the sky to see the Millennium Falcon also flying away, presumably having just dropped off some smuggling goods for construction. So I don't really know what to take of this. I mean, it's not a lot of news, but I know that Josh lives in Florida, and I'll be living in Florida soon, so it's definitely really cool that they're starting to build Star Wars Land. I think the release date is still 2019, maybe, Josh?
I think it's 2018 or summer 2018, something like that.
Okay. But yeah, that's definitely cool. It's cool that they release a 360-degree shot of this. I'm guessing that AT-AT isn't actually really there.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could actually be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, maybe. Like there, I guarantee there's gonna be. Well, that AT-AT. Well, no, that's not the one. Actually, that's Star Wars Land. That's definitely Star Wars Land in the picture that you put. That's Star Wars Land because I can tell because they have Star Tours in MGM, and then they have Big Thunder Railroad in Magic Kingdom, and that in the background is Big Thunder Railroad. So.
Oh, okay.
They do have a giant AT-AT at in Florida in MGM or Hollywood Studios is what they call it now. It's really cool. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a giant AT-AT at Star Wars Land, at Star Wars World or whatever they're calling it, Star Wars Land.
And so in a perfect world, what do you want out of Star Wars Land?
I want a ride. I want a ride where I get to ride into the Millennium Falcon, which I think is happening. I want to be able to interact with droids, with stormtroopers. I want stormtroopers running up and down like the streets, like, oh, have you seen a prisoner or whatever?
Traitor.
But yeah, that would be funny. It would be really cool. What else? What else would I want? I want like I heard this is happening. This is pretty cool. The cantina for like over 21 or it should be over 18.
It has drinks in it, so.
I mean, but still, it still should be 18. I would love to go in there. Well, I get it. Why it's 21, but there's a cantina which I think is freaking awesome. I hope they have a lot of restaurants. Like they have just different restaurants. Would be really cool. That's going to be exciting. Stuff like that's what I really want to see. I'm so excited for this because I love Disney. It's the happiest place on earth, or one of the happiest places on earth, and it's just so much fun being there. So finally getting Star Wars Land is going to be great. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. So this is my day in a perfect world where Star Wars Land exists. So you walk into the park and you just see everything. There are people there that look like people in Star Wars. You get stormtroopers running by. You get Kylo Ren walking by or whatever. And then you just go to like a Star Wars ride. And I don't really know what I want the ride to be. Definitely something with the Millennium Falcon would be really cool. Maybe even something with lightsabers. That would be really cool if they made it interactive.
But, that would be really cool. That would be so cool.
Yeah, but then you're hungry from a long day, and you go to get something to eat, and you go to the Mos Eisley Cantina, even Maz Kanata's little pub or whatever you call it there. That'd be really cool. I
guarantee we'll see that.
I just want to be at a restaurant where everything is Star Wars, like the cups serve like blue water or something. I don't know how they do that.
Blue milk.
Yeah, and then the waiters are all in costume and stuff as like characters.
You know what would be the best? If you're sitting down and you're eating food and the waiter comes up and he's like, "You want to buy some death sticks?"
I don't like you. He doesn't like you either.
He's a wanted man. We're a wanted man in, what does he say, 9?
In 12 different systems.
Yeah.
I've never understood that scene. Like, why doesn't he like Luke?
I don't know. Maybe he's jealous of his good looks, or maybe it's because of his blonde hair. I don't know.
I think how amazing would it be if, like, for the opening of it, they just had characters from Star Wars, like, be in costume and in character for, like, opening day of Star Wars World or Land? How cool would that be? Like, you go and you sit in a bar and Han Solo's next to you. I mean, I don't think that would ever happen, but how cool would that be?
That would be cool. I think it would be cool if they had the guy that he doesn't like you. It's like he's just walking around the whole place. I don't like. He doesn't like you. That would be so funny. But I want a ride that's kind of like we already have Star Tours at Disney World. I don't know if Disney. I'm pretty sure Disneyland has Star Tours. I think I know we definitely do, and we had it first, haha, California. But I think I want something that's different from Star Tours because Star Tours is a lot of fun. I still haven't been on the new Star Tours with the Force Awakens stuff, but Star Tours is so much fun, and I want a version of Star Tours in. I want a version of like something else. Like I want another ride, like a roller coaster. A Star Wars roller coaster would be amazing. Like Star Tours is a simulator, and if we had something with the Millennium Falcon, it would most likely be a simulator also. So I really want to see like a roller coaster, like I don't know, what could you call it?
You could even have the like a roller coaster where the Millennium Falcon goes through an asteroid field.
Yeah,
Something like that where you think like you're about to hit it, and then whoa, you turn left. Or even
you know, it'd be cool if they really want to, like, if they want to distance themselves from the prequels. Okay, I see why they would do that. But if they want to do prequel stuff, the best thing would be. Have you ever been on Test Track, or can you remember?
Yep.
Test Track is
make it like a pod racing thing.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of Test Track, you have pod racing. Like you go in there and you're pod racing like inside, and you see like sand people, and you have to turn and. It would just be something really cool. Like it's the only thing I can think of right now to have like a roller coaster.
I think it'd be really cool if they had an interactive battle of Yavin thing where you sat in the cockpit of a X-wing and you worked with other people that were sitting with you on blowing up the Death Star. That would be cool. And then like you move and then you see the Death Star blow up. That would be really cool.
Kind of like Mission Space. Have you been on that?
No, I don't know. Maybe I have.
Mission Space is like a simulator, like you're going into space. It's awful. It's so stressful being on that ride. It's like so claustrophobic, but it's like a guy died on that ride. A person actually died on that ride.
Heart attack?
What?
Heart attack?
Yeah, I don't know if it was a heart attack. It's just so much pressure on you because you feel like you're going to space, and they do a really good job at simulating it. So it's some actually guy died, and there is barf bags in the ride. There actually is barf bags there. It's really scary, but do something like that because you like have to like work together with your team while you're doing it, like pressing buttons and stuff. It'd be awesome if you could work together while you're in an X-wing. Like don't do like Mission Space where you feel like you're about to like you can't move your hands, but yeah, but it'll be cool.
I just got a good idea. So. Let's see what. Okay, so you have a battle, right? You have the Battle of Hoth, but laser tag. So you get to dress up in like stormtroopers and like use AT-ATs, like, but you're not actually moving. Like the set around you is moving, and but it's like huge, right? And then you get to be the rebels. Because I can't really think of another battle that would really. I guess it'd be cool if you could do like the Darth Vader first entrance, but that wouldn't really work well. But that'd be really cool, with like a laser tag in costume and stuff.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that happening. That would be really cool. I just want to see characters like walking around. Like you see just different people walking around. Like you know that one guy from the first from A New Hope. That one guy that like rats out Han Solo and all of them to the stormtrooper. That weird looking guy.
It's not the bartender, is it?
No, like.
Like with like the long nostril and stuff.
Yeah.
Looks like an elephant.
Yeah, that guy. It's like you just see him walking around.
That'd be really cool.
That would be really cool. Like over the summer, beginning of June, I'm going to Disney again, and I'm going to be hitting all of the parks. So I'll take tons of pictures when we get to where Star Wars Land is being built. I'll take tons of pictures.
When are you going?
Beginning of June. June. What is it? 4th, I think. 4th through 7th, I think is where I'm going.
Cool. All right, so
I'll take tons of pictures at Star Wars. Like I'll like probably like go on top of like a bench or something and just start taking pictures over because they have a giant wall there where you're like so you can't see anything.
Yeah, so I've been there. It's like a wall full of plants and stuff.
It's like
Right.
wall. It's like a giant wall with like pictures on it. Like, oh, this is coming soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right,
No.
so what do you guys want to see in Star Wars Land? Let us know down below. So now we're going to talk about. So J.J. Abrams teased that more deleted scenes from Star Wars: The Force Awakens are going to come in the future. So talking to Collider, when asked if there were any more deleted scenes on the way, Abrams replied, "I think that there are going to be some more that are going to be available online, but I don't know when that's going to happen. But there are some others." And then Simon Pegg said that most of them feature me. Funnily enough, is that a word? There's a whole story featuring Unkar, like him opening a shop, and then Abrams said there actually is. So I know that there are a few scenes in the movie, like where Maz Kanata uses her Force Eyes thing under her castle. The Rey rips off, or Chewie rips off Unkar Plot's arm and stuff. So I don't really know what other deleted scenes there are, but when do you think we're gonna get them, Josh?
The deleted scene stuff.
Yeah.
This this whole thing with the whole thing with them, like, one thing that pissed me off is how they didn't put all the deleted scenes on the Blu-ray. That just really annoyed me, because like that's what you're supposed to do. And I know there's a lot more floating out there that I really want to see. Like the Force, like Maz using the Force, the Simon Pegg stuff in Maz's castle with the Unkar plot. That stuff from the book, we know they filmed it. I want to see it. So, yeah, that's my take on that deleted scene stuff.
Yeah, I mean, overall, The Force Awakens Blu-ray was kind of underwhelming. Basically, the only good part of it, in my opinion, is the documentary, and then every other scene, every other feature was just a part taken from the documentary.
Yeah, I agree. I only
So
watched.
that was dumb, but the deleted scenes were incredibly underwhelming. I did not care about any of them. There's one online when you enter your code online where Han is. So stormtroopers are coming down Maz's castle, and they capture or they trap Han, Maz, and Finn, and they're like, we have orders from Supreme Leader Snoke to bring you and turn you in, and then Han's like, smoke? Chewie, do you know a smoke? And then the stormtrooper's like, put down your weapons, and then Finn does it, but Han doesn't. And then the stormtrooper's like, put down your weapons or I will shoot. And then he's like, oh, this thing, it's broken. So that's not all of it, but it's pretty funny. But it would have been hell. It would have been awful in the movie. But I mean, you just know that there has to be more scenes. So I don't know when they're gonna release it. I wish they did it with the Blu-ray, just because, like Josh said, that's what you do with a Blu-ray. You put the features on it.
And like, you've been teasing us that there's deleted scenes on there, and you don't even have all of them.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of lame of them. But at least from J.J. Abrams talking, it doesn't sound like they're gonna put it with like the 3D Blu-ray or some crap like that.
That's good, because
So that's awesome.
I'd be so pissed if that's what happened.
But one thing about the Blu-ray that disappointed me was there was that deleted scene with like the snow speeder chases, and they didn't even completely finish the CGI.
I'm fine with that. I mean, they probably didn't finish it because they were like, oh, we're not even going to use it in the movie. What's the point of spending money to finish it? I get it, but
George Lucas did that. He always finished all of his scenes, regardless if they were in the movie.
oh really?
Yep.
I mean, whatever. I mean, I just want to see the stuff that was completed. Like, we know they had more scenes that weren't even in the movie. It's like that you did film and you didn't even put them on the Blu-ray. Where was that?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a little underwhelming, but one thing that did I skip it? Give me 1 second. Okay, so one thing that I didn't put in the notes was, did you hear when J.J. Abrams was talking with Chris Rock and he was talking about Ray's parents, Josh?
The whole thing with J.J. Abrams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, so slight spoilers, but not really. But so J.J. Abrams was asked about something about Ray's parents, and then he said, they're not in episode 7. But then he went back and said she doesn't know them in episode 7, or like they could be there. She just doesn't know who her parents are. So that was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a whole weird thing. I mean, are they in episode 7? Are
You
they
know,
not? He just shouldn't have said anything.
yeah. And this isn't this doesn't really relate to that, but it's just something I thought of. It was never explicitly said that Ben is Leia and Han's only kid.
Yeah, they never said it,
So
so
I
there
think
could be more.
no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying raise their kid in any sense of the word.
No, there
but-
could be another kid out there.
Yeah, and I think exactly. I think there's another kid, and I think that's really cool to explore because I do hope it's a girl. But I don't know what I want her to do in it. I think it'd be cool if she was like a. No, that's stupid. That's why you don't cast me to write Star Wars. But I don't know. That's not really related to this at all. But I think that they could have another kid or 3. Who knows? But yeah, I kind of went on a tangent there. So give me one sec. Okay, so there were pictures in a video from the Star Wars Episode 8 set at Pinewood, and then so Prince Harry and Prince William visited Pinewood alongside Kathleen Kennedy, Ryan Johnson, and Daisy Ridley. So there is good news, and a new ship was seen on set, and it is an A-wing, and you have, I think it's Prince Harry or Prince William sitting in it with Mark Hamill on the side, and that's pretty much it. There wasn't a lot of news, but Josh, is this a cool picture to you, or do you just not really care? And thoughts about the A-wing, being.
I mean, it's a cool picture. I like it. I mean, it shows there's going to be an A-wing, so that's pretty cool. That's really it. It's nothing huge. It's just pretty cool to see it. Maybe it's Luke's.
Mm-hmm. That would be, well, I don't know. Because one of the questions is, how did he get to that planet without a ship?
Well, it could still be there.
Yeah, it could be, and I'm just wondering how could the old guy fit in that and like maneuver it well.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that the A-wings there. One thing that stood out to me that was weird though was none of the actors were in costume except for Chewie. So that was a little weird, but that's about it. This is gonna be a short episode, guys. So our last piece of news is possibly a little spoilers pertaining Rey and Luke's outfits in Episode 8. So if you don't want to hear that, skip ahead a little bit. Probably we'll talk about this for 5 minutes ish. So you've been warned. So according to Making Star Wars, Rey's costume is very much what we saw in The Force Awakens at the very end of the film. She has gray capri length pants with boots as well as an arm wrap, but her vest from the end of the film is gone, and she's wearing the off-white colored tunic beneath, giving the costume a Luke Skywalker vibe. Her hair is also worn down. She still wears the gun at her hip that she received from Han Solo in The Force Awakens. I think that might be telling about where Rey is in terms of her training and state. And then we also got a little bit of news that Luke Skywalker actually wears a darker costume compared to what we saw in The Force Awakens. So apparently Luke has brought a few different outfits to the Act 2. So his costume is more evocative of his Return of the Jedi clothes and cut in color. His under tunic reminds us of Count Dooku, but his very dark gray cape drops over his shoulders and chest like a shawl. This leaves his right arm free, but half of his chest covered by the cape. It's almost similar to the asymmetrical cut of Captain Phasma's cape, but more like a shawl in the way that covers his chest. The cool part about this is that Luke's black glove from Return of the Jedi is back on his hand. Luke Skywalker's tunic is cut the same way as Dooku's, but the skirt part of the tunic appears to be a little closer to his knees than Dooku's was. The shawl aspect of the cape hangs to the left, so he can still fight with his right hand as it drapes to the left. So, biggest piece of news here is that Luke apparently has a more Return of the Jedi-ish costume, and honestly, I can't really picture that in my mind right now. But Josh, what are your thoughts on this at all?
I like it because it's like, it kind of reminds me of Return of Jedi, which I love. I love that they're going back to that costume. So that's really what I think. I'm just really excited to see it. I'm glad it kind of like, it keeps the black glove, which is going to be cool. I'm really excited.
Yeah, because I wonder why his glove was off.
Maybe it gets hot under the robot hand.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't look like he has shade. It looks really hot there.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has the little huts
You think
not
he goes in the
Jabba.
beach or whatever that
Well,
is?
there is no beach. It's rock.
I mean, there's water.
Yeah, but what is he gonna do? Swim in it?
Yeah, why not?
Who knows what kind of animals are in there?
I mean, he needs something to do for entertainment for how many years he's been
Well,
gone.
I mean, Jedi can meditate in like ways that are kind of outside human realm.
Yeah, I guess.
But and then the other part of this that's cool is that Rey isn't wearing her vest, so it's more like she has the sort of Episode 4 Luke outfit where it's just more of a tunic kind of. I think that's the right word. Do you like that at all?
Race?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't hear you, like, cut off for a
Oh,
second.
yeah. Rey's not wearing her vest, and she has the tunic. Not that's not the right word. She has yeah, tunic. So do you think that's cool at all, Josh? So what do you think of the tunic that she has?
Costume doesn't really affect me when I'm, like, watching, like, a movie or, like, the costume, like, a change of costume in the next one. It seems pretty cool, but, like, it's not huge to me unless they drastically change it, like, it's, like, something, like, referencing an original movie, like the Luke stuff. So I'm excited. It doesn't really affect me. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, basically right now we're just kind of scraping. We're just kind of getting all the scraps of news because there's not really anything big yet. So that's why. I mean, I don't think this is really going to spoil anything, but it's just their costumes. But it is cool that he possibly, and keep in mind, possibly has a black suit. So that is going to end our news segment, unless Josh has anything else to say. But now we're going to talk about so C3PO. I don't know if this is a single issue or if it's like a really small run, but the C3PO issue 1 came out, and Josh and I have both read it. We almost got our eyes started bleeding probably, but that's we still read it. And we're gonna give spoilers for it because I don't think I recommend that most of you guys don't even go buy it. We can just tell you what happens because it's stupid. But so spoiler warning. All right, you have been warned. So this comic explains, like I said, how C3PO got his red arm. So basically, he's out on some planet with a bunch of droids. One of them is an Imperial droid. I guess, yeah, still or First Order droid at this time. And I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it takes event really early to or really close to the Force Awakens. But basically, C3PO is with a bunch of droids. One of the most of the droids die, and he's only left with one of them, and he becomes the droid's friend. And then they're being attacked by some like creatures, and they have to go under this cave, and the droid sacrifices itself to save C3PO, and C3PO took its arm, but there was acid rain, so the black droid, his suit, like his metal became like red because of the acid rain oxidized it, or I don't know what happened and made it red. And C3PO's arm got ripped off, so he took the arm of the other droid that died. I guess a droid can die, and put it on his own arm. So that's it. That's it. Josh, what do you have to add to this?
Nothing. The comic is awful.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely they kept pushing it back, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it should have come out week of Force Awakens or week before Force Awakens, but it didn't. So nobody cares at this point, and yeah.
I mean, at the end of episode 7, I just, sorry, I just, they really teased it so much, the movie, that I really thought it was going to be something cool. Why did it have to be like this? I would have rather it been, wow, my PC just, I would have rather them had, like, Chewbacca rip his arm off because Chewie won a game of Hollow Chess, something like that would have been so much cooler than this crap. But, yeah, I mean, if you guys want to read it, go ahead, but it's nothing. So now we're going to talk about our last topic that we're going to cover, and that is Josh hasn't even played this, so it's just me. So there's some Star Wars Battlefront DLC that came out, and it includes like a Jabba the Hutt palace map, a few game modes, and then you get Neem, Nub, and Greedo as the hero and villain. And I got a chance to play this with my friend on Saturday, and I was Neem, Nub, and he was Greedo. Pretty even match, but then Greedo is very overpowered. He has a sniper, a turret, and a bomb, and a proximity bomb or something. So just for the heck of it, I wanted to see if Vader could beat Neem Nub, or if Neem Nub could beat Vader. and my friend and I played really close match. Vader ended up barely beating Neem but that just shows you how overpowered Neem is. But that's it, basically. Nothing really cool there. Josh, you have anything to add to the Battlefront DLC?
If anyone wants to buy Battlefront for like $30, contact me on Twitter at Joshua7520.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm trying to sell it. I just don't play it that much. It's not worth it. I feel so bad. You paid $50 for the DLC and $10 for the deluxe edition.
I didn't even pay that much. I didn't even pay for it though. My dad did, I think.
Oh, I still feel bad for them.
Yeah. Well, I think we have our shortest show ever today.
Oh, really?
We're at 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's just not a big news. Not that much news. Yeah.
Oh, the Bloodline, the Claudia.
Oh, I'm so excited for
Claudia
that.
Gray book comes out soon. I think it's early May.
It's May 4th. I pre-ordered it yesterday.
That's smart. May 4th. How much was it?
Oh, I got it May 4th.
How much was it?
It was 1995, like 1985.
Well, I don't even read the physical copy. I like reading the digital copies, anyways.
Oh, I like reading physical copies.
Yeah.
So,
But
that's
that
just
looks,
how. So I'm really excited to get it.
yeah, that looks good. I think it's gonna be a really cool story because tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it takes place 6 years before episode 7.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm really excited for that book. I'm so pissed it got pushed back. Like, I get it, got pushed back. I trust that they were doing what's right, but it just pisses me off. I'm going to New York this weekend. My plan was to get it, read the whole thing on a 3-hour flight and a 3-hour flight back. I was planning on just reading the whole thing, and now I can't.
Yeah, but I think something really cool is like we've seen with the promotional art for it. People recognize her as Vader's daughter. I don't know how they know that, but they still, if Hitler had a kid, she would still be seen as Hitler's kid no matter how much good she did. And that's a really cool aspect that I've never really thought of in Star Wars.
That's going to be interesting.
And it being only 6 years before Episode 7, I wonder what her relationship with Ben is. I wonder what her relationship with Han is, with Luke. What is Luke there? All this stuff. Because we've really only gotten very little bits of information that bridge the gap between Episode 7 and Episode 6, which pisses me off. I wish they had more stuff because it's such an interesting time period to me. And
Yeah.
this is gonna be like the most we've ever gotten. And I'm not even sure what the story is to this, which I don't really want to know before it, but I'm just really excited for that. So
It's about Leia.
I just don't know what the main story is about Leia.
Yeah, me neither. I just know it's a Leia story, which I'm very excited for.
What else? What other Star Wars books come out?
I know there's that Tales from the Galaxy Far, Far Away thing.
Well, I mean like novels.
No, I know, but like that thing, there was that, which that came out, which I hope that I got, so it should be here tomorrow. It's canon. I'm gonna read everything canon. What else? There's the Rogue One book. They're doing a Rogue One book, which is October. There's Aftermath too. Life
Okay,
Death.
wait. I have a timeline. So May 3rd we get Bloodline by Claudia Gray. July 19th we get Aftermath, Life Debt. October 11th we get Ahsoka. September 9th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, when is that? October 11th?
October 11th.
Okay.
And then September 9th we get Star Wars art. Ralph McQuarrie Ford by George Lucas. So it's like Ralph McQuarrie art. And then September 27th we get, we already got that. The Force Awakens, wait, what? The Force Awakens novelization by Alan Dean Foster. That doesn't make sense. We already got that. But yeah. So let's see. 4 novels coming out. Three novels. October 11th.
Okay.
So 3 novels coming out this year, I think. Oh, and the Rogue One book Josh talked about.
Yeah, we don't have not as many as last year.
Last year was a great book year. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we had so many books last year.
We got Lords of the Sith, Lost Stars, my 2 favorite Star Wars books. They're just, dude, I love Lost Stars so much. Like every time I talk about it, I just love it.
Yeah.
Dark Disciples only $5 at Barnes and Noble. Wow.
I know. I love Lost Stars, Lords of the Sith, both amazing books.
Dark Disciple came out.
Dark Disciple. That's another. Have you finished that yet?
No, I might read it.
You need to go back to it and finish it, or you just need to just look up what happens. It's so
Well, I
good.
already know what happens.
Alright, that book is just. I cried at the end of that book.
Really?
I teared at the end of that book. Like it was so good.
I probably teared up like 10 times reading Lost Stars.
I don't remember if I teared up reading Lost Stars.
Just the relationship between Thane and Sienna was,
it was
heartbreaking.
great. It was an amazing relationship, but I don't know if I teared up during it, but I know I teared up during Dark Disciple. I remember when I was reading the end of it, I was just like I got those tears, and I was like, oh my god, this is so sad.
When I went back and listened to the book again, and because you know how Claudia Gray said that Sienna's look was she was visualizing Gugu and Bathura the whole time.
Yeah.
Now I see her as Sienna.
Yeah.
And this like redheaded dude as Thane. So we're gonna.
I still kind of see what I thought of, like in my head.
Yeah,
Not really.
me too, kind of.
I kind of think of what I think of in my head.
Yeah.
Not really.
Those are great books. But I think that's pretty much going to end it today. We don't have a lot to talk about. Hopefully watch like a trailer for episode 8 just drop about 5 minutes after this.
Oh my god.
Or 5 minutes after we post the video. That would be a very Lucasfilm thing to do. But so we're going to sign off. May the force be with you always.